helping hands. So they ask her up or down. They were
Up or down.
Up or down.
Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me. Come and fly away with me. Come and fly.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Brandy and this is my 2 cents. Today I'm joined by my beautiful best friend Crystal.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about the movie Labyrinth. Since I have not seen this movie, I don't know a lot about it, and that's why she is here, because she's an expert on Labyrinth.
I've watched this movie a million times since I was a kid and found out that my best friend since the age of 5 had not seen it.
It's a travesty. This movie is from 1986, directed by Jim Henson, starring Jennifer Connelly and
David Bowie.
David Bowie. The movie starts out with Sarah, who is reading from a book about the Goblin King and the Goblin City. Sarah has to go home and babysit for her little brother Toby, which she is not thrilled to have to do.
And just like in her book, she wishes for her brother to be taken away by the goblins.
She actually makes the wish for the goblins to come and take her brother away because they're listening off camera.
And when she finally sputters the magical words because she keeps getting it wrong, the lights automatically go out and poof, the baby is gone.
She immediately regrets her decision, and she is talking to the Goblin King, Jareth, about getting her brother back, that she didn't really mean it. He's like, nope, it's too late. You already said it. Can't go back. And of course, David Bowie is dressed in his normal everyday clothes. He says that she has to go through this huge, gigantic labyrinth and get to the castle within, was it 12 hours?
I think it was 9 hours.
9 hours. Then Sarah's frantically searching, and she finds herself at the beginning of the labyrinth. She meets a little fella called Hogwarts.
Hoggle,
which is of some debate throughout the movie of what his name is. Hoggle tells her which way to go. It kind of leads her to the entrance of the labyrinth. And then when she gets in there, of course, she has no idea which way to go. The worm, okay.
the little worm that tells her that she can go through the walls.
Okay.
And he was like, oh, don't go that way. And then after she's gone, he's like, that'll lead you straight to the castle.
I am happy to help you in this time of need.
And she tries to find her way through by marking some of the stones, and some little creatures flip the stones over, so she never knows which way she's been or which way she's going. Along the way on her journey, she comes to this red creature. His name was
Ludo.
Yeah. So he takes off with her along with Hoggle. Jareth scolds Hoggle because he's helping her through the labyrinth anyway, and he keeps threatening with throwing him in, what is it, the fart pit?
The eternal stench.
And there's a little troll thing. I don't know if it ever... What was his name?
He looks like a little fox, Demetrius.
A fox, yeah, okay. And he, for some reason, rides the dog, which I guess that's fine. He's small.
That's what she said.
By the way, the dog is actually her dog in the beginning of the movie, but it's almost like she's in a dream state, so now the dog is the fox's dog.
She continues on her way, and this is when she comes upon the, like, playing cards people, right? And one of them's a liar, one of them's not, but you don't know which one is which.
And she falls straight into one of our famous scenes of the hands. She's falling down, she screams to stop.
All right, stop.
And they're helping hands, so they ask her up or down. They were
Up or down?
Up or down.
And they gently lead her to the bottom.
And then it shows David Bowie in his castle, throwing the baby in the air, singing a song about slapping it.
You can't just...
Dance, baby, dance.
And Sarah is dressed in a beautiful gown, gorgeous makeup. She's gorgeous anyway. And then it kind of takes a weird turn because it's almost like he loves her, but he don't love her. Like, because she's 12 and he's 40.
I'm old. Been around a while. Been doing this a bit.
And she is awake with this magical dress. Hoggle had snuck her a peach, a drugged peach.
Peaches, 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 peaches.
That Jareth, aka David Bowie, had sent her, and she goes into this fantasy super 80s prom. Then she wakes up from that and she's in a pile of trash, but she don't know it. It looks like her bedroom. And she realizes something's missing and she busts out and she's finally at the castle gates.
When she does reach the gate of the castle, everything's just a big kerfuffle and they're all running around and the Goblin King's tripping because he don't want her to get in there, but she does anyway. And then he leads her to this, from his throne room to this room of just a bunch of stairs and arches and doorways. And she sees him, he's singing at her, he sees her, he's down here, she's up there. We don't know which way is which.
Both ways.
And then she sees her little brother. Eventually she just does what I would have done and just leapt, trying to land where her brother is, but somehow she goes somewhere else.
He brings out the famous little crystal ball, offering all of her dreams if she'll just let him rule her, but he'll be her slave, which makes no sense. She keeps thinking about words of the book. There's something she's missing that can stop all this.
You have no power over me.
You have no control over me. And the clock breaks, everything breaks, and she wins.
Yeah. And she goes back. Her brother's in his room. She gives him her teddy bear. And she goes back to her room and her parents come home. She's up there looking in the mirror, putting all of her little toys away. Like I think she was grown up.
She is grown up.
Is why she was putting her toys away. And in the mirror's reflection, she sees her little friend and he's like, if you ever need us. And she's like, well, I do from time to time. And then she turns around and they're all there. All the creatures that she met.
And of course, they start partying and making noise. And me and Brandy's wondering, why don't the parents hear this?
Right.
Permanent party.
Yeah. A lot of this stuff reminds me of Harry Potter. I'm sure that what was her name again? One who wrote Harry Potter.
I don't know. I never read or watched Harry Potter.
I never read them, but I watched them.
Never was interested.
Loved them. What is her name? I don't want to have to Google it. It's definitely not Stephanie Myers.
No.
J.K. Rowling? J.K. Rowling. I had to Google it because
the name escaped me.
She may have took a lot of influence from that movie and probably others to do Harry Potter.
I'd say a lot of people took influence from that movie.
Yes.
Many more followed.
Mm-hmm. And it was very, like, not really song driven, but more of like a musical type fantasy. Yeah.
Wasn't frequent in the music, but when they did, it was catchy, little, wonderful little tunes.
Yeah. It's because of David Bowie.
David Bowie. Best part of the movie, David Bowie. So, Brandy, overall, what did you think of this movie that you'd never seen? Be honest.
I will give it like a scale from 1 to 10. 1 being and 10 being totally rad. I'm going to say 8.
Pretty good.
Probably if I watched it again, I would like it even more because I was trying to retain like a sponge everything that was happening because I'd never seen it and I knew we were going to be talking about it. I liked it.
And we'll definitely have to do this again, maybe with a movie I haven't seen, because I'm not sure which movie you want to pick, but I know there's one you watched an awful lot that I never did see when we were younger. Was it Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I've never seen it.
You talk about a musical. I've seen it enough times to where I know the dialogue and the songs, had the soundtrack, had the movie. Went to the theater for the midnight showing, which was awesome. Took the props, the whole shebang. Even if it is a little racy, you'll like it. So this was our spoiler-ish review of Labyrinth, because I'm like the only person left alive who never saw it. And
The day has come.
Yes,
The day has come.
I want to thank you very much for joining us, and Crystal for being here to help me. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have a favorite 80s movie you would like me to talk about, comment below, and we will see you next time. Mwah. You can say something if you want to. And I've seen it enough times I know the dialogue. Thank you very much for watching me. Oh my god. Mentally in space. Welcome back to my channel. Oh my god. And whatever, wonderful. I can't even. Okay. Like this. Did I say 1986?
Yep.
Okay. I'll piece all this together. I forgot to mention about the owl. And Jareth, I'll cut it there. This is why I have 25,000 bloopers. It's very sad.